Hey, hope you're having a great day so far and welcome back. Today is January 9th, Saturday, and on this post I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets really quickly before diving into BAND protocol and Algorand, BAND and ALGOUSD, and see what exactly has changed in these two markets since the last time we have spoken. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on these markets according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are watching me on YouTube, do subscribe. If you guys are watching me on TradingView, do follow me, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys don't want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 4 free stocks upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit as of today, and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll get to them a lot faster that way. Now, see what exactly is going on in the markets really quickly. Most importantly, I do like to take a look into Bitcoin dominance. I've already done a pretty extensive post on Bitcoin dominance and price action earlier today. So if you guys are interested in seeing what I said more extensively about how these two markets could affect the altcoin markets in the short-term future, you guys can take a look at my post earlier today. But right now, let's do a short recap and see that there's a possible head and shoulders pattern that could be playing out right now on Bitcoin dominance. If this pattern actually breaks to the downside, I do have a measured target of about 63.4%, which tells me that the Bitcoin dominance will actually continue trending downwards from here, which would be better trading opportunities for altcoins as opposed to if Bitcoin dominance trends upwards, generally speaking. Let's take a look into Bitcoin price action here on the hourly time frame. It is running within a rising channel pattern. If this pattern actually stays intact, I do have a possible estimate here. If the price action actually takes a swing to the upside, would be above 44K here. So that's what I'm seeing. If the price action stays intact in this rising channel pattern and takes a swing to the upward trend line here. Now, some things to know on the Bitcoin price action chart is that there still is possible bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame up to the 12-hour time frame. So if these depending on if this price action, this bearish divergence actually play out on these time frames and how strongly they play out, I would either look for the next level of support on these time frames, including the 4-hour 21 simple moving average. That would be the conservative support if the bearish divergence actually plays out more strongly. And the 6-hour 21 as well, or even the 12-hour 21, which is pretty far down. But given that the bullish sentiment I've been seeing in the Bitcoin markets, I would say it's less likely, but I would not completely rule it out of the picture. Now, let's take a look into BAND protocol first and see what exactly has gone on in here since the last time I have spoken. Since the last time I've spoken about BAND protocol on the daily time frame, it was very clear that there was an inverse complex head and shoulders pattern that has not done anything for quite some time. And just recently, the price action has actually broken out of the pattern. Measured target of the pattern was about $11.70. Price action has gone pretty close to it, about $12, before getting rejected around this fib level right here, 0.618 fib level. So right now, the price action is in between two very key levels. One, the key resistance here, about $11.70. And the next support level would be the 0.5 fib level, about $9.45. Those are going to be the key price levels I'm looking at, or key zones I'm looking at. Okay. Now let's take a look into the a smaller time frame here on the hourly time frame. There is a possible head and shoulders pattern that could be playing out right now or developing. So if this head and shoulders pattern actually fully develops and plays out, I do have a measured target of about $8.05. So let's see if this actually plays out. Of course, in order to actually negate this head and shoulders pattern, I would like to see an hourly candle close above the $10.40 level, which is parallel with this last close of this left shoulder right here. So this is what I'm looking at, and of course the hourly 21 simple moving average could be acting as resistance right now, pretty parallel with that $10.40 level I'm talking about. So this is my very short analysis of BAND protocol. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios. Bullish case scenario here, if the price action can actually negate this head and shoulders pattern, meaning it would actually get hourly candle closes above the $10.40 level, that would tell me the likelihood of this head and shoulders pattern being negated would increase. Of course, getting a hourly candle close above the $11.40 level would completely invalidate this head and shoulders pattern. So that's what I'm looking for next. Now let's take a look into the 4-hour time frame as well. If this head and shoulders pattern is negated, I could possibly be looking at a symmetrical triangle pattern or a ascending triangle pattern, but we don't have enough data to actually make that judgment yet. But I'll keep that possible scenario in my head just to see if that actually develops. Now that is the bullish case scenario, and the bearish case scenario here, if the price action actually struggles to get hourly candle closes above this $10.45 level, this tells me that the possibility of this head and shoulders pattern could actually be playing out, and I'll be looking out for the possible breakdown. Of course, this $9.45 level, I would expect it to be pretty strong support, but it is still possible that the measure breakdown could actually break through it. Measure target may or may not be reached. It could also be overreached. If this fib level actually breaks about $9.40, I'll be looking at the next level of support, which could be the 4-hour and 50 simple moving average that's coming up right now, but that is still below the measure target right now. The 6-hour 21 simple moving average could be acting as support if this head and shoulders pattern actually develops and plays out. $8.80 right now, the 6-hour 21 simple moving average. I think that would be the next level of key support here. So yes, that's what I'm looking at right now for the bullish and bearish case scenarios for BAND protocol. Let's take a look into Algorand, ALGOUSD, and see what exactly has gone on in here. Since my last post on ALGOUSD, I did mention that there was a ascending triangle pattern here on the hourly time frame, most apparent, very small ascending triangle pattern. Measure target is about 54 cents. Price action went as far as about above 53 cents there. So I will consider that measure target to have been met for the most part. Right now, it does seem like it could be forming a symmetrical triangle pattern on the hourly time frame. However, I have not gotten that second full swing down yet. So this is just preliminarily estimated symmetrical triangle pattern. I'm still waiting for that second swing down to actually validate the symmetrical triangle pattern. But before that, I do see a double bottom pattern that could be playing out right now. The neckline is going to be about 48 cents. So if the price action actually breaks above this fib level right here, about 49.50 cent zone, and the top trend line here, this tells me that this double bottom pattern could be more in play. Okay, the measure target of this double bottom pattern is going to be about let's take a look on a higher time frame and see if I can get a better read. Slightly under 55 cents here, so very small breakout, but that would invalidate this symmetrical triangle pattern here. So that would be the bullish case scenario, because if we actually break out of this at least top trend line of this preliminarily estimated symmetrical triangle pattern and this fib level again, the likelihood of higher price action going from there would increase, in my opinion. Now, the bearish case scenario, if the price action actually does not if actually it's contained within this top trend line here of this possible symmetrical triangle pattern, and actually takes a swing down to the bottom trend line, then the possibility of that, then what I'm looking at as the bearish case scenario is if the price action actually breaks that bottom trend line right here of this symmetrical triangle pattern that has not yet been validated yet, but it will be validated if this double bottom pattern does not fully play out and it gets rejected and takes a swing at this bottom trend line. Then I'll be looking at the hourly 200 simple moving average that could be acting as support. Let's see if there's any other level of support that's pretty parallel with this bottom trend line. We have the 4-hour 50 simple moving average right here. So that's pretty parallel with the bottom trend lines, those moving averages I just mentioned. It could be that the 12-hour 21 simple moving average is coming up to serve as support for that bottom trend line as well. So bearish case scenario, if the price action breaks this bottom trend line, then I'll be looking at a possible breakdown of a symmetrical triangle pattern. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. And if that actually does happen, I'll be looking at this fib level to be support first before looking at any other moving averages that's right underneath it that could be serving as support. So these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for Algorand, ALGOUSD. Let me know if you guys found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you guys did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I would love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.